Hello Pisces, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here with your September 2025 mid-month general reading. We're looking at the second half of September. Thanks so much for being here. Please do subscribe and like. It's helpful for additional insight if you know your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs to watch those videos as well. If something about this video, this reading hits home with you and you'd like to explore it in your own personal life, how to navigate through it, or you just like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or perhaps as a gift for someone else, you can email me for more information, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can click on the description of this video below to see those contact details as well. I can usually get back to you same day. I cover all areas: love and romance, relationship compatibility, career, work, money, investment. I do 6 and 12-month overviews. There's a lot to choose from, different types, costs, styles, spreads, and I'm quite diligent about timely scheduling of personal readings, as this is what I do full-time. So email me if you're interested. Okay, Pisces, let's see what the second half of September is bringing in for you. We begin with justice, reaping what we sow, legal issues or legal matters. In the upright position, it does suggest that for many of you, something will be working in your favor, whether it's an actual specific legal situation or just correcting a situation so that it's fair and equitable and even. It's always a bit of cautionary advice with Justice card because it's about transparency, honesty, truth, morality, ethics, the rule of law. We have the Three of Cups. Celebration, community, friends, your tribe. Definitely looks like something is going in your favor. We have the Lovers. A relationship also seems to be significant here. A pretty close relationship for some of you. This represents a choice. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that all of you who are watching this are in a relationship. Fundamentally, the Lover's card represents perhaps a choices in front of you, and whether the choice is about a relationship or whether it's in another area that will impact a relationship, it calls us to examine our choices because they will affect more than just us, and so we need to choose carefully and consider other people in our decisions. And in whatever we say that our moral and ethical foundation is, we need to make sure that our choices and actions follow that because it affects more than just us. And your crowning energy for the second half of September, Pisces, is the Star, which also suggests that many of you have perhaps been through a very turbulent time or challenging time or difficult time, because the Star comes after the Tower, which usually comes in and causes chaos and upheaval and significant change. And the Star comes in after that to renew and restore hope, faith, and optimism. It's a card of rebuilding and renewal and rejuvenation. It's a sign that you're on the right path. It's one of the secondary wish fulfillment cards. After a difficult time, it's, health after sickness, hope after despair, light after dark. And it may be that you weren't sure, whatever the situation is, you weren't sure how this situation was going to work out. But it definitely looks like it's working in your favor. I mean, it might be that you've won some kind of legal action or legal case. It might be that you've gotten approval for something that you weren't sure about, anything from loans to visas. Yeah. Let's take a look at that Star card. Tell us more about this Star card. Okay, we have Justice again. The Six of Pentacles, gift giving, gift receiving. And the Nine of Wands, which suggests again that many of you have been through a difficult time, a challenging time, perhaps quite a long road. There may have been times when you felt very discouraged. There may still be one more thing in front of you to deal with, But this is a card of hope. But this is a combination of cards of hope and renewal, of literally receiving the gift of justice, but that it works in your favor, or it creates an opportunity for you where you didn't feel there was one before. Let's take a look at justice. Justice twice, which means that Spirit is saying, however this is playing out, and the outcome will be fair and just. Little horse this morning. We have the Fool, the Sun, and the Nine of Swords. I think this is how you were feeling before. Stressed, worried, anxious about the future, focusing on it obsessively, too much, compulsively, and fearing the worst possible negative outcome of something. But here we have an uplifting of all that heavy and restrictive energies, illumination, clarity. It affects everything in the tarot spread, just like it does in the real life. It touches everything, illuminates, banishes the shadows, and clarifies. So too does it in a tarot spread. It can act as a booster to positive cards. It can act as a kind of a dampening or lessening of challenging cards. Whatever this is, it's something that enables you to have to start a whole brand new chapter in your life, a whole brand new cycle. It might involve traveling, moving, relocating, visas for some of you. It's a new beginning. Let's take a look at the Three of Cups. And justice can represent lots of things. Justice can represent, I mean, some of you, this might be an actual legal situation or a court case you've been battling, you know, or, you know, something in the legal system or the justice system. It can be that, and there's a win here for you. It can be represent any kind of official papers in pretty much any kind of agency or corporation, you know, perhaps getting approval for something. Again, it's in your favor. So let's take a look at our card of celebration and community. The Star again. It's one of the reasons I clarify. It's the primary reason I clarify with a different deck. Because when there's repeating cards, it's kind of Spirit's way of underlining something or pointing to the importance or the intensity of something. So we have Justice twice. We have the Star twice. Things definitely working in your favor. And also, even if there's other things you still need to deal with ahead of you, this is indicating that you're on the right path. The Chariot and the Devil, being very focused on breaking through some kind of perhaps unhealthy cycle or attachment. You know, I mean, the Devil can be positive in the short term in terms of pulling energy and focus from other areas and focusing it in one area to accomplish something. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end in the short term. Beyond that, it becomes habit and pattern, and that's when this energy can become unhealthy and even toxic, whether it's about addictions or power control issues, you know, drugs and alcohol, work, you know, gambling, anything like that. In the long run, it's a habit or pattern that becomes unhealthy. But in the short term, it can be about just pulling energy from all places and focusing it in one arena or one direction, excuse me, in order to accomplish something, which is what the Chariot takes, right? The Chariot is a card of success through perseverance, determination, diligence, willpower, focus, not giving up. Whatever the situation is for you in this general reading, Pisces, it's through this almost obsessively focused energy. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep pushing through because I have this particular goal or I need to fight through something. It's because of that there's a cause for celebration now. Let's take a look at the Lovers. Choices which affect other people as well as ourselves. Some of you, it might be about a relationship, but some of you, it's just about making a choice that has an impact on other people. So you need to consider that, making sure that it kind of upholds morals and ethics that you follow. judgment, a call to action, a call to make a pretty significant, even profound choice that's going to make a difference in your life path. It's going to make a difference in other people's lives as well. The Hanged Man, the Seven of Cups, the Four of Wands. I think Spirit here is suggesting that you take a pause. One, to celebrate your success with other people, because our relationships with other people, our shared humanity is important, and it may be that it's important to share these successes with other people because some of them may have been part of this success as well. It feels here like Spirit is kind of telling you to take a pause, do that, enjoy that, consider the different options, and maybe try and take a step back and look at something from a different perspective and considering other options, so that you make whatever decisions there are left to be made, that you make the right ones, that you make them based on a balance of practicality, not having your head too much in the clouds, but trusting your intuition as well. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful reading. It's like a win reading, Pisces. Okay. Any final messages, guidance, or advice? Perseverance and diligence is really what pays off in this. Okay, advice and guidance. Page of Pentacles and the Empress. Now is the right time to begin a path of building towards abundance and prosperity. It's a good time to begin to lay the groundwork, to start to do the work, to gather the knowledge and information, beginning a path that has a lot of potential for future abundance and prosperity. Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords, and Six of Wands. Be smart, be strategic, but make sure that you are also, in terms of legal issues, morals, and ethics, that there's honesty and transparency, because that's what's going to be your victory at the end of the day. And I think using a balanced approach of working smart and being strategic, but also operating from a place of solid morals and ethics, and be as transparent as possible when it comes to those things. Strategy is always done behind closed doors, but it doesn't have to be, sneaky or underhanded. This Seven of Swords and the Ace of Swords at first glance might seem to be opposites, because this is about truth revealed, perspective, and the Seven of Swords can be sneaky because it's a strategic card. It's self-serving, right? It can be bad sometimes, but it can be good. It's about strategy and being smart about how you do things, but also making sure that you're above board in the things that you need to be above board in. That's the key to your success here. But now is a really good time to start building towards abundance and prosperity, and figuring out what the practical steps to doing that are, what your options are, and what the practical steps are to doing that. Excellent reading, Pisces. All right, those are your messages for the second half of September 2025. For those of you for whom this made sense and hit home and resonated, I hope it was helpful and enjoyable for you. If it did, and you'd like to pull the curtain back and take a deeper dive, explore it in your own personal life, how to navigate through it, or you just like the reading style, again, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself, or perhaps as a gift for someone else, email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can click on the description of this video below to see those, those contact details as well. I will see you all again shortly. As always, many blessings to you. Be safe, be well, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.